What's good, YouTube? Once again, it's your boy OG Hollywood coming back at you with another edition of the Ferguson Chronicles, better known as Dayroom Talk. Bringing it live from the Dayroom to your living room to the streets. Today, I have an individual on the show by the name of Mr. BC. BC was known for being a laid-back guy and at the same time, a hell of a gambler. Today, BC's on here to tell his struggles in real life and what it took for him to pull through and to be released from TDC. However, today, I have to tell you a little bit about me. Did 10 years on that Ferguson Unit. Served 25 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Did my time like any other man and was released 10 years ago. So without further ado, let's tap in with Mr. BC, please. What's good, BC?
What's up, Hollywood? You good, baby?
Yeah, man, everything good, man. That's why I'm tapping in with you, man, because I ain't seen you so long. So, we just want to ask you a few questions, man, to see where you come from, like, as far as being incarcerated and where you're at now in your life, man. So if you don't mind, please tell the viewers a little bit about you, man, and what led you to prison, bro.
My name BC, man. What led me to prison, just being in the streets, man. I was a hustler as a kid, I started in the streets in '86. And I got caught up in, maybe 94. And that shit led me to prison, gave me 50 years for it.
So, let me ask this here. I know we all arrived on different units at different times, and Ferguson wasn't our first unit. However, if you don't mind, tell the viewers, what was your first unit that you landed on when you were sent to TDC?
Yeah, Ferguson was my first unit.
Okay, and how many years did you stay on the Ferguson unit? I
was on Ferguson from 95, I think, to like the first beginning of 2000. So I would say like 5 years.
What was it like landing at that back gate on the Ferguson unit, man? What was your anticipation, man?
Man, my shit didn't even start at the back gate. It started at the walls unit. I mean, not the walls. Is that the walls? What we go through? What we went through for transit?
Yeah, walls unit. Yeah.
No, to get assigned to a unit. That was
Was it Goree?
No, it's the other unit. It wasn't the walls. It's another unit in Huntsville, man. When you go through to get to Westcott, where they tell you where they gonna send you to.
It's been so long, man. I really, to be honest with you, man, I can't even come up with it, which is a good thing, man.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what shit kind of goddamn started for me. Cause they had that whole long ass UCC line where they tell you where they gonna see you to. Diagnostic, that's the shit?
That's it, man. Good look. That's a good look. Diagnostic, man.
Diagnostic. Okay, so bam. It's a whole line of people, man. We getting shipped to different units and stuff like that. But people are steady asking people, where you going when you come out the room, And I think I was the first person that came out the room that was going to Ferguson. So when a bunch of people asked me, when you going to Ferguson, everybody's like, oh shit, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? But then when I got there, got off the bus and hit the back gate, I met two dudes that was on the trustee camp. So as I'm opening my bags and shit so they can go through my bag at the back gate, I had the black and white pad leather Jordans.
Oh,
I had a medical shoe pad. My partner used to send me shoes from the free world, right?
Yeah.
So bam, they asked me like, bro, did you go into the trustee camp? I was like, nah, I ain't going to no trustee camp. I'm going in the building. So they said, man, you have a whole lot of problem behind them shoes. You hear me? So I just kind of laughed it off, you know what I'm saying? So bam. So that was pretty cool. They took me inside the building and like the same shit happened inside the building with the UCC. Somebody seen the shoes and said the same shit, man. You have a whole lot of problem with these shoes, man. I'm telling you now. Anyway, I ended up going to C Block with Larry Gibbons, Lil C.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe Lil Twin or something. Everything was cool, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple of partners on Ferguson and stuff already, but wasn't none of them on the wing with me. All of them was like on D wing and up the hallway and shit, right? So bam. Goddamn, I'm there for like about 7 days, man, before anybody decide to like check me or something, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even want to say it was a check because hell, me and Lil C ended up being the best goddamn friends after all that happened anyway, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on Ferguson knew Lil C, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even want to tell a story about the little fight we had, you know what I'm
Yeah, man, go ahead, man. You know, like I say, real life stories, real life people, man. We want to hear about what happened to the shoes, man.
Oh, hell, long story short, I kept the shoes shit. I didn't give up a motherfucking thing over there, you dig?
Yeah.
But let me tell you about the Lil C situation, right? So I had a whole bunch of fucking pictures and shit, right? Of my partners and shit in the free world and shit like that, pictures of me and shit, you know. And I used to let people check my pictures out. But Lil C would never look at my pictures. He said, oh, man, fuck that nigga, I don't want to see his shit and shit like this here. Huh? So one day, you know, I'm still kind of green to the slang of the Ferguson Unit. I'm kind of green to it.
Yeah.
So like maybe on the rec yard or some shit, one night I'm walking with somebody and he tell me like, man, they're gonna look at you tonight. So I don't know what look at you mean, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So bam, they were up closing the rec yard. We on the rec yard, I'm seeing in between C and B. And he said, come on out here, let me look at you. Shit, I'm thinking, you know, I'll just take a pose for the camera. You know
Okay, yeah.
You know, I'm like, shit. Then he don't do nothing. I keep on walking. So he touched my shoulder. He said, one time. Hey, listen, man. In the streets, one time meant the laws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm looking for the laws. You hear me?
Yeah.
I take out walking again. So he touched me again. He put his hands up. Like, nigga, come on out here. Let me fight you. So, bam, make a long story short, man. You everybody know this man Boss, right?
Yeah. Everybody
knew Lil C Boss. Man, I don't think I hit Buddy one time. It ain't no, I don't think, I know I didn't hit him one time.
Yeah.
And he didn't really like do no damage to me because he just did a whole lot of little body work and shit. But every punch I threw it ain't now one of them motherfuckers touching, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we going on back on the block. You know, if you go to the rec yard, they send you to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then from the gym to the Dayroom. So they I hear Riri, which turned out to be one of my little brothers, real cool dude. But I hear Riri and another little cat twin said, we're gonna get him in the gym. So hell, I'm gonna get him. I don't think motherfucker finna jump on me, you know what I'm saying? So boom. Lil C just walk up behind me. He got close enough to me for me to turn around and spur him, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did when he grabbed me. But they wound up like moving me off the wing that same night, putting me on D wing and all this here shit. And they put me in a cell with Big A, which was another 6-0 crip,
yeah.
Which was Lil C, Lil Pilot, right?
Yeah.
So at the time, my kinfolk PW was on D wing. I had a little partner named Phil, my other little homeboy Turtle T. So basically they were like, man, go out there and put your shit up and come back out to the Dayroom. Put my shit up, bam, go back to the Dayroom. PW got down, opened the floor up like, hey man, listen, anybody want to fight if he just had a fight with us? Anybody want to fight if he gonna fight? But ain't nobody gonna backdoor him. I'm gonna do it all the back door. So that kind of like killed everything. No fight after that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to fight PW. So that was like it to that. But like I said, me and Lil C was like real cool. Bro actually like kind of, I ain't gonna say saved me because it was kind of funny because me and him wound up getting rolled and going to close custody shit, right? And this is how our relationship really got cool. We still wasn't cool after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
We got cool on close custody. I had a fight with a little cat, Trey 5'7" cat named Bulo.
Yeah.
And I think Baby Cash, one of them was like over 35 at the time. So I kind of like did them kind of bad and shit, you know, in the sales and shit, right? But when we fall out to go, you know how close custody was.
Yeah.
We're going to pill car, you got
Yeah.
lunch. I mean, you know, whatever. So I come out my cell, hit the Dayroom, waiting to go eat and shit. All the drips are in one corner. Let's see, come holler, man, what you hit the dude with? I was like, shit, just a couple punches, man. He stopped fighting like that, huh? So we went back over there and talked to him. Then bam, we burn out and go eat. So I see all them over there at the scullery talking to goddamn Baby Loke, right? So we come back to the wing after we eat and shit, come back to the wing. So they all huddle back up in the corner. I'm just posted up, right? So let's see, come holler at me again. He said, man, Baby Loke told me to jump on you and throw y'all 3-roll. I started laughing. He's like, nigga, fuck you laughing at?
Yeah.
I said, first of all, I don't live on 3-roll. Nigga, I ain't got no business up there. I live on 1-roll.
Yeah.
And plus, you know, in close custody, M and N had all the chicken wild.
Yeah.
So how the hell the motherfucker gonna throw me off the
Yeah.
bird, you know?
Yeah.
So man, I basically tell him like, look, man, just tell the dudes come to the record club tonight and they can back down. All of them was like, no. Baby Loke, Baby Cat, who else said do this here to him? So Lil C kind of like got down with him, just like, man, fuck that. The man want to fight, he gonna fight y'all. Y'all ain't finna jump on him and do nothing else to him. So they got mad at Lil C for getting down with me. And that kind of like alleviated my problems and shit too with all that shit. That's how me and Lil C got cool in the motherfucker right there.
So, let me ask you this. You know, detail for the viewers your worst experience you had over there, man.
Man, honestly, I never had a worse experience over there. Never. I'm talking about, like, I never got caught up in a ride or nothing like that. Never, nothing just fucking happened to me to where I was like physically hurt or mentally hurt or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just a cool cat, bro. You know, I deal with a whole lot of individuals. I had all my partners out of Houston. I got a bunch of partners out of Dallas. Shout out to Lil Rod, Pretty Tony, Lance, Lil C. I can go on and on. My folk Shadow. I go on and on. I talk to these cats on a regular basis, man.
Let me ask this, BC.
Yeah.
Let me ask this here, man. So, I know we all have different experiences with the COs, right?
Yeah.
And by you being laid back as you were, what was your experience like with the COs?
Man, the worst experience I had was the day when me and Lil C had to fight. I can't think of the law name, but me and him wound up getting cool as hell after me and Pretty Tony and Skeet and all us got shipped out Ferguson to the walls. But it was a little bright cat and a white boy. They was already cool with Lil C. So they basically jumped on me. And as they got me slamming me on the ground and shit, somebody's trying to take one of my J's off my feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the worst experience I had with the law. I ain't never had no other issue with no laws, none of that shit, man.
So, how much time did you do in all before you were released from TDC?
And all in all, I did 2 trips. The first trip I did 10 years, 6 months. Then the next time I did 8 years and 6 months. So it was a total of 19 years.
Oh, so in other words, as far as your criminal history, you've been incarcerated twice.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, describe to the viewers what was the reason why you couldn't stay free and you wound up being incarcerated twice.
Man, just taking chances trying to get some money, man. That's all it is. Just taking chances. You know, I was at the time, you know, I could say like I was used to having shit, you know, material shit though. You know what I'm saying? And me, when I came on the first time, me was like, not thinking, I guess I hadn't grew up yet. I was like, man, I can't work like this. I can't make no money working, man. I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But on the cool, it took me the second time to go back to snap and say, well, man, you didn't have no money when you was locked up. You know what I'm saying? You ate soups and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't have no money. People were sending you money, you know. So that's basically what it just took time to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was used to like getting it in. My partners were still doing their thing and shit out here when I came home in '05 the first time. So I tried to like boom, fall back in. You know what I'm saying? But I branched out, was doing my own thing, you know. That's what it was.
So
But yeah.
go ahead.
But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's easy as hell out here now, man. It's easy as hell, you know. All you gotta do is apply yourself to it, bro.
So let me ask this, man. So like you already explained to the viewers, man, it took you 2 times for you to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And on that second trip, which was the trip that helped you prepare yourself mentally and be able to stay free. On that second trip, man, what did you bring back to society, man, from a mental standpoint to help you be able to stay free today?
Man, just me being more focused, man. That's all it was on staying free. Hell, I don't get out pay with a 2046, man. So I gotta stay free. You know what I'm saying? The people gave me, my first sentence was a 50-year sentence. I went back, my second sentence was a 70-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? And it's just off of hustling. It ain't no robberies, murders, or none of that shit. It's just some hustling. You know what I'm saying?
So doing your two trips to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, right? And I know sometimes we lose people that are involved in our lives, right? Doing those 2 trips, was there anybody lost?
Well, I lost my old man on the first trip, but I was blessed enough because we had just left Ferguson when it happened. They shipped us to the walls. We had Pretty Tony, Concrete, Lucho, all that, Ski. They shipped us to the walls unit. And I got pretty lucky because I actually got to go home to go to my old man's funeral. And it was at nighttime too. My pops was like from Louisiana, so they do funerals at nighttime and shit. So I actually got to leave the penitentiary, see a little bit of the free world. I actually even got to go like to my aunt's house and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So
yeah, but besides my old man, you know, maybe just a couple of partners, homeboys and shit like that. I ain't lost nobody else.
So losing your father, man, did that play a role in you knowing that you had to stay free?
You can say that because I have children too. You know what I'm saying? Like I have 3 daughters and I got about 6 grandchildren. Okay. So that's all a part of it.
So let me ask this, man. After that second trip, when you finally figured it out, right?
Yeah.
How did you begin to prepare yourself from a mental standpoint just to stay focused, man, and be there for, you know, the family and the kids, man?
Man, I just kind of like, I surrounded myself with a different group of individuals when I got locked up the second time. You know what I'm saying? I still had the same little cats and shit that like to gamble and do all the other crazy little penitentiary shit. But I surrounded myself around an old school cat out of LA, out of California. And he was like putting me on to like the business thing and all that. Like my first idea to come home, I was trying, you know how they had the magazines in the penitentiary? Mm-hmm. Man, I even like, that was my first plan to start a magazine when I got out, right? I even actually had a chick from New York that I had met through my brother-in-law to put me like a whole little magazine together and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But then my second choice was to come out and do a clothing line, which is what I done, you know, because the overhead of the clothing line was a lot less than the magazine. Mm-hmm. So I ran with the little clothing line, you know.
So let me ask this, BC. So first of all, let me back up. What was your prison occupation?
Man, hell, I ain't gonna lie. I worked in the host squad for the longest. And besides that, hell, I think I was an SSI, maybe in SEG or something. That's about it. It was either the host squad or SSI.
During that time in the host squad, what was your mental thought while you was out in the fields working for free?
Man, honestly, I just knew that I had to do it. You see what I'm saying? and hell, motherfucker made the best out of it he can, because I had some characters out there with me. You know what I'm saying? And I had a cool ass lawman and a cool ass fucking lieutenant out there that, you know, made sure the motherfucker really didn't do no work. You know how the gang go. If you on the lead rope, you slide off the cut.
Yeah.
You ain't doing the motherfucker thing, you know? Yeah.
So let's get back to the business adventures, right?
Yeah.
Today, are you still pursuing any of those business adventures?
Yeah, I'm working with a new clothing line right now. If you can see this hat,
Yeah.
it says, hold on, let me try to get it right. Whole team eating.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I'm doing. This basically gonna be a record label also.
So if you don't mind, explain to the viewers how this clothing line, you know, became to influation, so that it can not only help you prosper, but to keep the return of money to the home.
Well, like I said, I'm kind of into the music industry anyway. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like, I actually own a studio. I own a recording studio. You know what I'm saying? I done had like famous people come to my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working with a little artist right now myself. So, and basically what I've been doing is just letting them do music and shit. You dig what I'm saying? But I was like, okay, I got to put this thing in motion. And so I got to come up with a slogan or something, you know, a name for this record label, like that. So bam, and basically I came up with this here, because that's how I feel. Like, I don't like people around me if I'm getting some money and they ain't getting no money. So therefore, if they around me, I got to pay for everything. You dig what I'm saying? So with the whole team eating, it's a brand that if I'm eating, you eating. If you eating, we all eating. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just how we rock it, man.
So let me ask this, man. So, and we ran in and out of a lot of them day rooms down there, man. And you know, and there's a lot of visions was planted in the day room, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about any of those visions that BC had planted in his head that he was gonna move forward on once he got released from Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Man, I think the realest conversations I ever had with anybody in there was with my brother Shadow, man. And it didn't even last long, because I got rolled from L block to H block and from H block to K block. And that was the only time I ever been on the weed with Antonio. It was just like everything he ever talked to me about, it just seemed like realistic. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, I got a bunch of partners on Ferguson. My homeboys from the street, my partners from Dallas, so on and so forth. But nobody, I guess we was all young as hell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody never just sat down and had no type of business plan or nothing like that to get out and do nothing productive. You know what I'm saying? But nobody never sat down at the same time. Nobody never sat down and said, well, I get out, I'm gonna rob, I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna do that. Nobody never said that, but none of us had a business plan already in motion for when we got out. We just got out here and do what we had to do, you know? So.
Right now, today, and we both are free and, progressing in life, man. So what are some of the things that help you keep, progressing forward so you don't return to TDC, man? Get a view of some of the things that BC do right now to this day to help him, be a better man in life.
Man, basically, man, the number one thing is like family, man. My family, my wife keep me grounded. You know what I'm saying? My daughter keep me grounded. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like I got a couple of partners. We sit back and chop it up about businesses and shit like that too. We actually trying to open up like a little hookah lounge or maybe even a club or something right now. Just to generate some more money. We even got the shit going on where we trying to like buy some lots and flip some houses. Build homes and flip homes and shit like that too. So basically just business, you know what I'm saying? That's that. But at any time, man, anything can happen, and bam, because Because these streets, the streets is crazy as hell out here. You know that. And out there is no different from out here, and not vice versa. Streets is crazy out here, man. So that's it. You know, I use people to keep me grounded, not myself. You know what I'm saying? The people around me to keep me grounded. That's it.
So let me ask this. So in the event things don't work out for BC, that in which what led you to TDC, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever see yourself going backwards if things don't work out for BC?
Nah. I got too many people around me to like put me in a position. You know what I'm saying? To be all right. That's doing legitimate shit to go backwards. You dig?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it ain't nothing for me. Like when I first came home this time, hell, I was working in the chemical plant. So I'm bringing home at least goddamn $1,900 a week. So, and I wasn't doing no work. So shit, I was just there on the job. Yeah.
So let me ask this, man. So to the people that's looking at this video, right?
Yeah.
And not saying society judges a man on his past, however, sometimes they do. So the people that don't know BC and that might want to indulge into a business aspect with BC, give them a little bit about BC and what they'll be getting if they chose to indulge in a business adventure with the new BC versus the old.
Man, basically all I can say, man, you'll be getting some honesty, loyalty, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a loyal type person, you know what I'm saying? If you deal with me, you know, I don't got nothing shady going on, never, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm eating, we eat, that's just that, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I rock, man. I don't got nothing shady going on, no type of shady business, you know? You bring to the table, I bring to the table, and we can make some shit happen, that's that.
So the man BC is today, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the Texas Department of Criminal Justice had anything to do with you being who you are today, which is humble and a hard-working individual on a daily basis?
It plays a slight part. It plays a slight part because I was already like just a laid back type dude anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you don't fuck with me, I'm not gonna fuck with you. You understand? I'm gonna defend myself at all time, however I need to. But like I say, at the most, I was already like a laid back, cool type person. People just gravitate to me, man. You know, that's that.
Real life people, real life story. Ferguson Chronicles, bringing it from the Dayroom to the living room to the streets. Nothing is ever scripted. Real life people, real life story. BC, let me ask you this, man. Like I do with anybody else. Anybody that's headed down the road that which you took to land you in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. If you can teach one and save one, what would be your advice to them on staying free, bro?
Man, basically get out the streets, man. That's it. That's all you can tell me. Because everything you're doing, anything that you're doing wrong, you're doing them in the streets. Whether you're hustling, you're robbing, you're stealing, you're killing, whatever you're doing, you're in the streets doing it. Basically get out the streets, find you something else to do. If you do music, man, come holler at me. I'll put you in the studio. That's that.
So let me ask this, BC, man. Today, how important it is to you that people hear your story on the Ferguson Chronicles?
Man, it's very important, bro, you know, because people need to hear what goes on. You know, the youngsters don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on in there. You know what I'm saying? And then to be honest, it's nothing like how it was when we was there in the 90s and how people was there when it was in the 80s. It's nothing like that. So they think, you know, they thinking they gonna have a cakewalk down there, But not if the man give you that 50 egg or that life or something like that. You're not gonna have a cakewalk. You there forever. You're not coming back to society, man. You're not.
In your opinion, who suffers when a man gets 50 years or a life sentence?
The family. Because the family, now, like, if you have children, your children gonna suffer. Because you ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And just say this, if your mom or your brother, whoever, ain't got the money to send you money, hey man, that make them depressed also. Because they want to do something for you. Even though you done took it and done your own thing, done something stupid, you know what I'm saying? To get you in that position. Your people still want to look out for you. It's gonna hurt the person, the individual that's locked up too, because it's gonna be time that your family can't come see you, can't provide for you. You know, the people that's around you, that's gonna become your family, your immediate family, man. And that's why, hey, no bullshit. That's why right now today, man, I'm so cool with so many dudes out of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in Dallas, they in Houston, we hanging out. You know what I'm saying? All the time. Yeah.
So, man, to a man that has a son or a daughter that's committing crimes, right?
Yeah.
If you could give him any advice to try to save him, what would BC say?
Man, basically, I can only tell you, man, so much. You know, basically, you heading down the wrong road, you know? You know, you can't really tell a grown man nothing. You know, now maybe a younger cat, you might get pulled him to the side and show him something different. But the grown man, it's instilled in his head. You know, he gonna bump his head till he, you know, figure it out on his own. Because grown folks feel like, you can't tell me nothing, you know? If you don't got a bag for me, then I'm going to rob the store. Or do whatever it is I do. I'm going to break in this house, steal this car, whatever. If you ain't got a bag for me to provide for my family, I'm going to do what I got to do to provide for my family. You did?
Yeah. So let me ask this, man, like I do with anybody else, man. At the conclusion of the show, I always let the person I'm interviewing close the show, because once again, the show wouldn't be anything without the people. BC, I appreciate you for coming on, man, because I know one thing: time is money and money is time. However, I want to allow you to close this show on any note you choose to, and a shout out to any which one person that BC choose to.
Man, it's too many people, man. But first of all, man, I appreciate you for having me on the show, bro. You know, I appreciate that, because I already been watching. I see my boy Big Papa, I see Lil Ron, you know, Terry, I see all them boys, you know what I'm saying, already on here. So I appreciate you for having me on there. But it's too many people, individuals that I was incarcerated with to just name them. So basically, I'm just gonna say, man, shout out to all my partners out the H-Town that was on Ferguson with me, or doing any other time with me anywhere else. My boys in D-Town, my boys in Funky Town, and, you know, hey, San Antonio too, just the whole Texas, man. Anybody ever, man, to pay attention that I was cool with, man, shout out to y'all, man. Keep your head up and keep doing what you're doing to stay alive and free, man.
Once again, real life people, real life stories, nothing scripted. Always keeping it not only 100, but 110 on the Ferguson Chronicle, bringing it live from the Dayroom to the living room to the street. Appreciate you, BC, man, for coming on the show, man. Like always, may God keep you safe, your family, and may you prosper in any which area that you choose to venture out and do, man. Salute.
Salute. Same to you, bro.